Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Draymond Green sends clear message on Warriors controversy. There was no shortage of action during Sunday's clash between the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. Unfortunately for the Warriors, they found themselves on the losing end after a hard-fought battle, 106-96, as the Rockets snapped their 5-game winning streak. Unsurprisingly, Draymond Green was at the center of a couple of controversial moments during the loss. With a minute remaining in the second quarter, the former Defensive Player of the Year was assessed with a technical foul for shoving Rockets star Alperen Sengun. After the break, Green was involved in an ever more contentious moment. The four-time All-Star was called for a flagrant foul after making contact with Sengun as the Warriors vet drove to the basket. Green's elbow hit Sengun in the face, and the referees ultimately decided that the former's action necessitated a flagrant foul call. Green wasn't at all pleased with the referee's decision, and he made his thoughts on the matter clear. Speaking to reporters after the game, the outspoken Warriors star expressed his disappointment. "I mean, the flagrant call, I don't know what to do," Green said, via NBC Sports Bay Area. "Go duck? Don't go up for the layup? The tech I'm not going to stop because the referee says stop and give up position. I already gave up 6 inches and 50 pounds. So, it is what it is." Green wasn't done talking about it either, and he addressed the controversy again on his podcast. The 35-year-old took the opportunity to call out the refs for saying that he wound up and delivered with force. "The flagrant foul wasn't necessarily what killed me. What killed me was the description," he said on the Draymond Green Show. "I'm just not sure how else to go to the basket." At this point, Green has no other choice but to move on. Despite his strong message here, the harsh reality is that it doesn't seem like the NBA will be changing its mind on either the technical foul or his flagrant foul. Green will need to keep his eyes on the prize as the Warriors continue to battle for positioning in an extremely tight race in the West. Jimmy Butler makes Stephen Curry realization Warriors fans have known for years. The Houston Rockets continued their excellent form and snapped the Golden State Warriors' 5-game winning streak with a 106-96 win at Chase Center on Sunday. In what was a tough, defensive-minded matchup, the Rockets kept superstar guard Stephen Curry to just 3 points on 1 of 10 shooting in what became arguably the biggest talking point to emerge from the game. Opposing teams are acutely aware of Curry's threat all the time, but perhaps even more so after 3 straight games in which the 2 ex-MVP combined for 125 points and led the Warriors to huge wins over the Memphis Grizzlies, Los Angeles Lakers and Denver Nuggets. The 2-seed Rockets were out to make sure they didn't suffer a similar fate, even if it meant stretching the boundaries of what is or isn't legal when it comes to defense. Curry's performance was disappointing regardless of the officiating, but fellow veteran star Jimmy Butler didn't mince his words in the post-game. Butler went in to defend Curry, suggesting that what the Rockets were doing wasn't actually defense as Golden State were kept to under 100 points for only the 3rd time since their blockbuster midseason trade. "They did a good job of whatever you want to call it," Butler said after the game. "I've never seen an individual get fouled more than he gets fouled. To me, it's astounding. He's used to it. It's been happening to him his whole career. He's found a way through it, around it, under it, whatever you want to call it." While it may be the first time that Butler has brought this up publicly, Golden State fans are well aware of the unfriendly whistle that Curry has garnered from referees for well over a decade. It's often a discussed topic across social media, particularly in games like these where the 37-year-old is guarded in a way that no other player in the league has had to endure. Of the top 20 average scorers in the league this season, no one has averaged less than Curry's 4.3 free throw attempts per game. While Curry's perimeter game is always likely to generate less free throws, the significant disparity is a constant frustration for Warrior fans. It might be a good thing that Butler has said this now and put it on the agenda on the eve of the playoffs, especially when opposing teams are only likely to do more to try and get away with grabbing Curry off the ball and other questionable defensive tactics. Warriors trade proposal lands Giannis in Bucks offseason blockbuster. Since 2021, the Milwaukee Bucks have yet to replicate their championship run. Although the addition of Damian Lillard reignited some hope of adding more gold to the Giannis Antetokounmpo era, things have been disappointing at best. Outside of an NBA Cup title, the Bucks have struggled to piece together a solid championship campaign. Unfortunately, their title hopes took an even bigger hit when Lillard was diagnosed with a deep vein thrombosis, sidelining him indefinitely. Although Giannis has always publicly expressed his loyalty to Milwaukee, any superstar wouldn't want to waste away his prime years for a team that could barely contend for a title. If there's a team that the Greek Freak would want to play for, there's no question that the Golden State Warriors would be an intriguing destination. The Warriors already got busy at this year's trade deadline by getting a disgruntled Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. With Curry's closing championship window, the addition of a superstar like Giannis could be the final piece to extend their dynasty. Should the Bucks want to part ways with Giannis, the team is surely going to have a huge asking price for him. One of the teams that can accommodate that request is the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors found a way to preserve their youth when they dealt for Jimmy Butler at the 2025 trade deadline, giving up Andrew Wiggins and Kyle Anderson. But if they were to pursue a generational talent like Giannis, they might have to surrender their building blocks this time around. The Warriors can send out an offer led by Draymond Green to go along with youngsters Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. Buddy Hield and 2 first-round draft picks should spice up the deal for the Bucks. Although Green would be the most decorated player in that package, the real prizes for Milwaukee will be Kuminga and Moody. Both of them are only 22 years old and have shown a ton of promise. It will only be natural for Giannis to take his talents to a certified contender. Playing alongside superstars Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler would be an ideal destination for him to position himself toward another championship. In addition to Giannis, the Bucks can also throw Tyler Smith for salary-filling purposes. Although giving up Green would be a huge blow to the Warriors franchise and fanbase, the team must be willing to do whatever it takes to maximize Curry's window. In fact, they already gave up one half of the Splash Brothers in Klay Thompson. Hence, giving up the former Defensive Player of the Year, who's clearly not getting any younger, would be the next natural choice. By surrounding Curry with 2 generational talents in Butler and Giannis, the Warriors will put themselves in a prime position to extend their dynasty. It would be an ultimate win-now move that the Warriors front office has hesitated to push. While Butler's addition to Golden State's rotation has done wonders for the team's title hopes, a championship-less campaign this year could finally be the last straw that would prompt the front office to pursue a third star in Giannis. Assembling a big three of Giannis, Curry, and Butler would make life so much easier for the best shooter in the world. The addition of Giannis would further alter the already competitive landscape of the Wild Western Conference. In fact, just imagine the amount of space that Curry will have when both Giannis and Butler threaten their opponents with their elite rim slashing. And you fan? What do you think about Antetokounmpo's situation? Write to us in the comments.